Welcome to Mint. I'm Cordelia Jenkins. On today's edition of From the Newsroom, we're joined by Sahil Makkar. Thank you for joining us, Sahil.
Thank you.
The Election Commission has announced that the upcoming polls in Gujarat will take place in 2 phases, and in 1 phase for Himachal Pradesh. First of all, Sahil, can you just tell us how important are these elections going to be for the BJP?
These elections are very crucial for the BJP for 2 reasons. First, it is fighting anti-incumbency in both the states. And second, the BJP central leadership is fighting UPA government on the issue of FDI in retail, hike in diesel prices, as well as capping of gas cylinders. So the BJP is taking this fight to the people. So now it will be a real test for the BJP if these issues actually work in the states. So if these issues, if the BJP wins both the states, then the BJP will try to take the issue to the rest of the country. So it will be a kind of stem to their current agitation. Also, it is important for Narendra Modi, who is seen as the prime ministerial candidate in the BJP. So now what will happen if BJP wins a majority and with good numbers in Gujarat, then the stature of Modi will rise in the party. So it will become very unavoidable for the party leadership to, corner Narendra Modi on any issue. So Narendra Modi will have more say in the party. So this will actually compound problem for the BJP, because BJP at one side is trying to project itself as a secular party, but Modi taint for Gujarat riot is not leaving party anywhere. So the BJP allies like JDU has been maintaining that they will not support Modi in any case. So it is very important for the BJP how the election, it will be a kind of mixed response for the BJP from these elections.
Okay, and how about the Congress? How will the election be important for them?
Congress, if it is important for the BJP, it is equally important for the Congress. Congress right now is facing flack or criticism from across the political spectrum as well as from the people. So its policies are being actually disliked by its own allies. Like the TMC withdrew support, and one of the parties also withdrew their support. So now it will be a real test for the Congress before the general elections. Now everyone is talking that there is a possibility that this general election could take place in the mid of 2013. So if the Congress has to come back to the part, it has to fight on these issues. It has to justify its stance before the people, and they won't get a better opportunity in these elections, in the coming elections of Himachal and Gujarat, because once Congress is also in the opposition. So the Congress would try to put forward its views and take support from the people. But it is very difficult at this point of moment. It seems that people are really people are not very happy with the Congress party.
And in terms of the Election Commission, what are their plans for monitoring the upcoming elections?
Interestingly, this time Election Commission has taken 2 measures. One is to tame the paid news, and second to monitor the expenditure made by the candidates. For paid news, the Election Commission has set up a 3-tier committee at the level of district, state and election commission level. So what these committees, which were never there before, what they will do is that they will go and, for example, if they come across any paid news item, so they will not only monitor it, but they will immediately take some action. For example, if they come across any paid news, they will not give a notice to the media organization as well as the candidate which is supposed to have given that news. So the action could be taken within 48 hours. So it is very path-breaking step in the elections, which we have never seen before. And on the terms of monitoring the expenditure, for the first time, the candidates would be asked to set up a special account, and they will be asked to incur all the expenditure through this account, so that it will have greater transparency, as well as it will help the Election Commission to monitor the expenses that are being made by these candidates. Earlier we have seen that this is basically, the step has been taken basically in the view that earlier the capping of the amount which you have to spend in election has been many folds against the prescribed amount. So the candidates have been indulging in money power and muscle power to woo their voters. So it will be a kind of a pilot case for the Election Commission if to see whether these kind of measures work. So if it works, the Election Commission would go ahead with more a similar kind of measures in the future.
So in several respects then, this local elections are looking like they're going to be a bellwether for the general elections which are upcoming.
That is true.
Okay, thanks Sahil for those insights.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. That brings us to the end of this episode, but please stay tuned for more.